Hello, namaste everyone. Hope all of you are well. This lecture is especially for nomenclature of IUPAC. Nomenclature of IUPAC means naming IUPAC. As we have gone through the previous videos, that how to understand about the alkane, how to understand about the alkene, how to understand about the alkynes, what are the words root in carbon atom, how to write the names of alkane. Here it is a complete information about writing IUPAC nomenclature. So let's start our first thing, that how to write IUPAC nomenclature. You may see on the board that there are some points, there are some rules that how to write IUPAC nomenclature. First thing that you have to count is the longest carbon chain. As for example, if there are some chains given in the branches form, so how you will count and how you will decide that this branch will be there. Just suppose here I am giving you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just I have made some branches and I'll ask you that how to count from which side you will count here. The first thing is that longest carbon chain should come. Each and every carbon will have valency 4. Don't forget to remember that word, that each and every carbon has 4 valency. Each and every carbon will have 4 branches. Means here you can see everywhere hydrogen will be there. So if I ask you here that from which side we should count. So now there is one question, that how you will go through and how you will understand that from which side we should count. The main thing in this is that you have to understand about the concept that is longest carbon chain. Just suppose we are counting from any side. Our main focus should be, we will count from all the sides and we should get a longest carbon chain. What we should get? Longest carbon chain. You can see here, if I directly go from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the straight chain it is 6 carbon atoms. If I come here on the first branch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here also 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the second branch, if we are going 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we go to the third branch, then we are getting a 9 carbon. Now question is, first we should understand that from which side we are getting the longest carbon chain. The first rule, longest carbon chain. You should remember that you should get a longest carbon chain. If there are some chain, that if a straight branch is there and in that we are having some branches like this I have given you, it can be any other option also. So you have to remember that you have to get longest carbon chain. Got it? This is the first point. Now second point is, numbering is done in such a way that the branched carbon atoms get the lowest possible number. Second most important point. Now you have to do numbering. As we have counted, total 9 carbons are there. From straight this side on the third branch we have got total 9 carbons. But from which side we will do the numbering? Numbering, if we are doing, just suppose here I start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. On the 5th position and on the 6th position branches are there. If I count from here 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4th and 5th position branches are there. So from which side we should count, that must be noted by this way. Numbering is done in such a way that branches of carbon atoms must get the lowest possible number. So lowest possible number, just suppose here I have counted from here 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4th, here there is one branch. On the 5th, here there is one branch. 6, 7, 8, 9. Total 9 carbon, longest carbon chain atom, and branches should be near, means the branches of this carbon atoms must get lowest possible number. Subsequent number means lowest possible number. If I will count from here, it would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th position. On the 5th position, the first branch was there. But I have counted from here, on the 4th position only, the nearest branch of them. So the second most important point to understand the nomenclature is, it must get the lowest possible number. What it should get? the lowest possible number for the carbon branch atoms. Third is, if anywhere some of the prefixes are written. Just suppose here I am giving you some of the prefix, like, now two things have been happened. Now I am giving you some of the prefix here. Just suppose these are the few carbon atoms. It is having some branch. Got it? Now these branches will be called as a prefixes. Just suppose if I count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th position, this group will be there. Just suppose I am writing this name as CH3. Here also I am writing as CH3, and rest are the straight carbon chain atoms. Okay? So now if I count from here, on the 4th position I am getting CH3. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th position. So I will count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here I will go then 6 carbon only. But if I go from here 6, 7, 8, 9. Total 9 carbon atoms are there. In this 9 carbon atom, the lowest possible number of the branch of carbon atom are the 4th position and on the 5th positions. So here we have started from this side because we have got the lowest possible number for the branch of carbon. Now second thing was, if there is some prefixes. So prefixes are written according to alphabetical system. Alphabetical, just suppose here CH3 is there. Instead of CH3, if I put here, just suppose CH2 and here CH3, means this will become ethyl group. What it will become? Ethyl. This is methyl, C2H5 will become ethyl. So now here, how it should be written? So this on the 4th position ethyl is there, and on the 5th position methyl is there. So which word we should write first in the prefix? Which word we should write first? Prefix are written according to alphabetical system. Now alphabetical system means A to Z. Whatever the words comes first, we have to write that prefix prior. Means here methyl and ethyl, you have to compare in ABCD, E is coming first or M is coming first. A, B, C, D, E. E is at the 5th position and M will go to the 30th or 14th position. So E will come first. So if we want to write the name of this compound, so how we will write? First we will write that on the 4th position it is having ethyl. So 4-ethyl. And on the 5th position it is having methyl. 5-methyl. 4-ethyl, 5-methyl, and total number of carbon atoms is 9. So 9 carbon is known as nonane. 9 carbon alkane is known as NONANE. Just suppose here I am putting this CH3 this side. So here NONANE. Here I have put that CH3 downward. So total you have seen here that it became 4-ethyl, 5-methyl nonane. And instead of ethyl I remove here and I put CH3 only on the 4th position. So there are 2 CH3 on the 4th positions also and on the 5th position. So if there are 2 prefixes, 2 same prefixes, then what will happen? Instead of 2 we will write di and we will put that both the numbers. Means on the 4th position also methyl group is there, on the 5th position. So 4, 5. So here I have written that as you write these prefixes, so you have to write comma between the 2 numbers. What you have to mention? Comma between the 2 numbers. So 4,5-dimethyl. 4,5-dimethyl nonane. What is written? 4,5-dimethyl nonane. So dear students, first thing, this is about the alkanes, alkynes, that longest carbon chain you should count. Second one is numbering should done in such a way that the branch carbon atom should get the lowest possible number. After that, if some prefix like methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl, pentyl, whatever the prefixes has been given, that prefixes must be written according to the alphabetical order or alphabetical system. If there are 2 same prefixes then we will use die, but we have to mention the position, and both the positions will have a comma between them. So this was our third point. If there are three prefixes of same category, then we'll write tri. If we are having four, then tetra. Five, then penta. Six, then hexa. Seven, then hepta. If the number of prefixes increases, according to that we will write. And we have to mention the positions. If there are 2, 3, 4 positions, then between all the positions we have to put comma. Now the fourth position, lowest number is given to the one coming first in alphabetical order. Now question is, if methyl is also there and ethyl is also there, just suppose here I am giving you one carbon atoms in which methyl, ethyl and propyl, all the three are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now here it is C2H5, here it is CH3, and here it is C3H7. Rest all are having 4 branches. Now I am asking you, numbering, as we have I already said you here, if we will go through this, then you can say here that how will come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 9 here. 9 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 8 carbon. So we will go through the straight chain, right? The longest carbon chain is the straight one. Now numbering, how the numbering will be done? The nearest branch chain. So here you can see here 1, 2. On the second position we are having the nearest branch chain. Numbering is done in such a way that the carbon atoms must get the lowest possible number. And the fourth is the lowest number is given to the one coming first in the alphabetical order. The lowest, now if I ask you, here we should count 1, 2, 3, or from here we should count 1, 2. So dear student, now you have to understand, in alphabetical order, first one was numbering is done in such a way. See, don't forget to understand the concepts. If numbering is done in such a way that the lowest possible number is getting to the prefixes of this atom, but in the prefix, if some alphabetical order prefix is there, then we have to remember that which prefix will get prior position. The same thing has been mentioned in your NCERT textbook also. You can go through the NCERT and you can check the NCERT. I think it's the point number. Yes. Point number 5. Point number 5 is there. So now question is, we should come from this side or we should come from this side, because in this, on the second position methyl is there, and on here on the third position ethyl is there. Now you will say, sir, nearest branch is methyl only, so we will go from this side. No dear student, we have to remember the point number 4, the lowest number of carbon or prefixes is done in such a way that the alphabetical prefixes should get the lowest possible number. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You will tell, sir, here it was near, we should go from this side. Yes, you are right. But we have to understand the concept of prefixes arranged into the alphabetical order, and whatever the alphabetical order is there, according to that, if it is getting the nearest possible number, so we will go through that. Here ethyl is on the third position, and if we come here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, on the 7th position ethyl was getting. So E will be prior in methyl, ethyl and propyl. So definitely this third one. So we will write the name of this compound as a 3-ethyl 8-methyl 5-propyl nonane. So this is the name of this compound, dear student. Whenever the alphabetical system you remember, don't forget to understand the alkyl prefixes. Whatever it's coming in the alphabetical order, it should get the nearest position. So dear student, this was our fourth points to write IUPAC nomenclature. Fifth one, carbon atom of the branch that attach to the root alkane in alphabetical order in the prefixes iso and neo are considered to be the part of fundamental name of alkyl group in the prefixes secondary, tertiary. Yes. Now just suppose here this same compound, right? What I have done here, this C3H7. I have put here CH3, I have put here CH3 and I have put H. Now dear student, now you will not write here as a propyl because this propyl is isopropyl. On the second carbon atom, it's getting, what it's getting? It's getting a branch of methyl. So here 3-ethyl, 8-methyl, 5-isopropyl. What do you write? 5-isopropyl nonene. So you have to remember the word iso and neo also. You don't have to write secondary and tertiary. Okay? So this was the fifth position of this nomenclature rules. Now sixth position, functional group is attached at the lowest possible number to the carbon atom. Now here functional group. If I ask you functional group, then I hope all of you have remembered all the functional group. Just suppose here OH is there. Right. Alcohol functional group is attached with it. Now I will ask you from which side we should do counting. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 longest carbon chain. From that side also if we come longest carbon chain. But functional group is given. So wherever the functional group will be near, from that side we will count. Okay. Now some functional groups priority. If there are more than 2, 3 or 4 functional group attached with this chain, then from which side you will count. Just suppose here I have given here COOH. I have given here CH3. Okay. Now you have to understand that from which side you should count. So dear students, I have given the order of decreasing priority of the functional group. First position is of carboxylic acid, second thioic acid, third it's called ester, fourth is acetyl chloride, fifth one acetamide, sixth one nitrite, seventh one aldehyde, eighth one ketone, ninth one alcohol, 10th one amide, 11th one alkene and 12th one alkyne. So dear student, first position is of this. So we'll count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the name of this compound, on the third position methyl is there, and on the fifth position hydroxy is there. So first M come or H, GHIJKLM. So first we'll write 5-hydroxy. What will write? 5-hydroxy, 3-methyl. Total number of carbon atoms 6. So hexane. We'll remove E, hexane 2-oic acid. Oic acid is the suffix of carboxylic acid. Now you will tell me about the functional groups, sir. All the rules you have ordered, but I want a short form. So the short form is prefix plus word roots or words root plus suffix. Prefix plus words root plus suffix is the rule of writing nomenclature. Prefix plus words root plus suffix. Now prefix are of two types, secondary prefix and primary. So first we will write secondary prefix. First what we will write? Secondary prefix and then primary. Just suppose here I have given you 4 carbon atoms and here I have given you Cl. So you will tell me, so it's very easy, 2-chlorobutane, because 4 carbon is known as. So what we have done here, we have written the secondary prefix prior and after that we have put the words root and then primary is also known as primary prefix or primary suffix, both are same. Okay, so here this will be known as 2-chloro is known as prefix. Which type of prefix? Secondary prefix. But will known as words root, and this N is known as suffix. So what I have said you? Prefix plus words root plus suffix. This is the way that how you will write the nomenclature. Got it? Now there are two type of prefixes. You can remember these as a alkane, alkene, alkyne. Why I have said you that if there are more than two double bond, triple bond, that time you have remember alkane is in a general way that your ene is there and I is there. If it is written two times, then you have to write alka, diene, alka diene. Got it? But here these things we have to write in the suffix, because if it is not given anything, then this primary prefix will be known as in the form of suffix. So you have to remember what? First prefix, then words root, and then suffix. Prefix means fluoro, chloro, bromo, iodo, nitro, nitriso, ester, azyl group, methyl group, ethyl group, isopropyl group, tertiary butyl group, etc. Words root you know: meth, eth, prop, but, pen, hex, hep, oct, non, dec, undec, dudec. Suffix two types. If there is no functional group given, then you have to write primary suffix ane, ene, yn. If primary suffix is also given and secondary suffix given, so for secondary suffix I have given here alcohol will be denoted as OH and its secondary suffix is OL. Just suppose here I am giving you some of the functional group and you have to write the name of the compound. Just suppose here CH3OH. This will be known as, first of all, no primary prefix or secondary prefix is there, only you have to give here methyl is there. So methane, we have to remove the E of the methane. What you have to do? You have to do minus this E. So this both E will be cancelled and you have to mention the position. On the first position, alcohol group is there. So methane 1 and alcohol suffix is all. So methanol. We generally do not write the first position. So we directly say methanol or 1-methanol. Got it? Similarly, C2H5OH will be known as ethan 1-ol, or it will be also known as 1-ethanol. Propanol, butanol. If it is mentioned on the first position, then if it is mentioned on the different position, then that time mentioning the position is very compulsory. Just suppose here I am giving you there are 6 carbon chain atoms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here there is one OH and rest is hydrogen. So if I will tell you to write the name of this compound, then you have to count 1, 2, 3 on the third position alcohol is there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth position. So wherever the position will be near, we'll count from that side. There are total 6 carbon. 6 carbon is known as hexane. So what we will do? We will remove the E from hexane and whatever the positions of alcohol is there. Third. So third. And alcohol suffix is O. It is known as hexane 3-ol, or it is also known as 3-hexanol. Got it? So in this way we can mention the secondary suffix. So if you just want to understand about the aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid, nitrile group, amide group, azyl group, any type of groups are there, you have to remember the primary functional group, secondary functional group. Primary functional group is alkane, alkene. So after writing prefix, then word root, this words root, and after writing words root, don't forget to write the primary suffix. Primary suffix means single bond ane, double bond ene, triple bond yn, and then you should write secondary suffix if it is given alcohol, then you will write all. If aldehyde, al. If carboxylic acid, oic acid. If any other functional group, you have to write the suffix of that functional. So this is the main thing in IUPAC nomenclature. It is very much helpful for 10th standard student also, 11th standard student also, NTSC preparing student also, JEE preparing students also, Olympiad preparing students also. The nomenclature is the main part of chemistry, especially organic chemistry. If you go through the organic chemistry, whole organic chemistry, in which the basic thing is this nomenclature. So it is very helpful for class 10, 11, 12, IIT, JEE, NEET, medical, preparing students. All the competitive preparing students will get a helpful from this video. Don't miss a single second. Don't skip this video. Watch fully. You will get all the concept. And if you have any type of doubt related to this video, then don't forget to put your doubt into the comment box section. And if you understand the concept, then please don't forget to write the points in your notebooks and try to do more and more practice of nomenclature. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. Share this video with your friends so they can be also benefit. Thank you. Bye bye and take care. Chapaka.